30th anniversary is so important to us because we felt we had unfinished business, we had a point to prove. When we reformed, there was a lot of questions. The only way we could answer that was by coming out and being an organic band, doing what normal bands do.
You're leaving now, it's in your eyes.
And people now know that we're coming around and we'll all look like we're enjoying ourselves, because we are. The secret to that is just keep going.
To find that you planned it all along. You'll think that I would have known by now. Now, sure as the sun will cross the sky, this lie is over. Lost by the tears that used to tide me disguising it. Hand me your starry eyes. You'll think that I would have known by now. Only time will tell. You're on your own, inside your room. Only time will tell. Claiming victory, but you were just using me. And there is no one you can use now. Now, sure as the sun will cross the sky, this lie is over. Lost by the tears that used to tide me
One of my biggest inspirations was my brother, who's a church organist and choir master. And when my brother would come home to do practice, he would sometimes ask me to play the bass part for him because he had no pedals on the piano. I got fascinated by the relationship between bass part and the melody line within the chord structure of a hymn or a piece of church music. And that's been my fascination really for the last 60 years. So being a singer and a bass player and a songwriter, my job is to think in terms of the chords and what the melody line does in relation to the bass line within that chord sequence. I write with Jeff Downes most of the time, and we have a completely white canvas to start with. When Jeff and I met, we realized that our writing styles were so compatible that we created something new for the 80s, that's for sure, and certainly new for any kind of progressive music band, which we were categorized as at that time.
Tomorrow the world will seem a little clearer. The planets align and all will be revealed. Don't question it, all your dream is getting nearer. You can tell the world just how you feel. Oh, the spinning roulette wheel, the lap of the gods. The odds are so good now, but the goods are all very odd. The eye of a black cat, one turn of a car, a foot of a rabbit, and the world is falling apart. Tomorrow the world will be more simpatico. Tomorrow the world won't make you feel so small. Whoa, whoa, whenever the world is threatening to be so, wrap it up and throw it like a ball. Oh, 4 leaves of a shamrock may be your best shot. Your ship isn't dry dock, you'll never be what you're not. Just think what you can do, you can turn it around. You do what you have to, and you will be standing your ground. Don't you give in, don't walk away, don't walk away, and please don't cry or say goodbye. $1 will get you 10, but you'll be happy. Is that really all that you can see? Oh, oh, the planet will not have changed but one iota. For as I give, the world will give to me.
Going into my early teens, which is when I was branching away from what my brother was doing, I was getting away from the kind of classical stuff, and a lot of my classmates at school were listening to the pop, rock and roll stuff of the 50s. And suddenly there was an explosion, and it was the Beatles, the Beach Boys. It was a bright landscape, and I felt I wanted to be part of that. And that's what really drew me in. My listening favourites, down to 3 records. It was Joni Mitchell's Blue, Beach Boys' Surf's Up, and Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. Joni Mitchell was the defining influence on me as far as lyric writing was concerned. She would do a song where she was just like reading out of her journal, and before that I'd written in the third person. I was looking at someone else and saying, look at that person, what they're doing. And when Joni Mitchell came along, zoom, it came into, I can write about me. I can write about how the world is as I see it. That was a breakthrough, and I got a chance to thank her for that in the 80s.
Then from the wreckage I will arise and cast the ashes back in their eyes. See the fire I will defend. Let's keep on burning right to the end. I'll be the soul survivor, the soul survivor, soul survivor, the soul survivor, soul survivor, the soul survivor, soul survivor, the soul survivor.
There was an undercurrent in Britain at that time where this progressive band was starting off, led by Procol Harum, Moody Blues, and that was very, very exciting. I joined King Crimson in 1972, and there were no barriers. We could draw on folk, it could draw on jazz, it could draw on classical music, anything you care to mention, you could bring into the fold, and King Crimson would adapt to it. It was quite an amazing band to be in, and it sort of spoilt me really for other bands after that. I hopped around a bit after King Crimson until I found what I really wanted to do, which was Asia in 1981 actually.
A perfect day, or so I say, from where I'm standing. This roller coaster ride, fate will decide the ending. Love everlasting, or lost on the way. The smiles and frowns, the ups and downs, the fortune turning, the twists and turns, the lessons learned, the bridges burning. Nice to remember, but never forget. Go seize the day. Wake up and say, for this is an extraordinary life. Oh, enjoy today. Come on, mate, 'cause this is an extraordinary life. Whoa, I gave it all, my cards have fallen, but I'm still alive. And in the end, believe my friend, I will survive. Glory and heartache, and some of the joy. Go seize the day. Wake up and say, oh, this is an extraordinary accused, but I believe, yes I believe, yes I can change my world. Yours sees the day, wake up and say, oh, this is an extraordinary life. Oh, enjoy today. Come on, man, 'cause this is an extraordinary life. All through the winter, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh God, where were you when I needed you? I know that you would never have betrayed me. I thought I'd die, why all the reasons still evade me? 'Cause you're back.
In our case, everyone brought something to the party, there's no doubting that. But if we'd gone the route of the bands that we came from, King Crimson, ELP and Yes, I think we'd have sunk without a trace, because we'd have been playing the same formula that prog rock had depended on for decades. The first album told you that this band came from progressive roots, but it was doing that music with the fat cut off. You were just getting the 4-minute song. And when we did that on the second record, we had instant success, because Don't Cry was the fastest song ever to go to #1. But in the long term, it drove a wedge into the band and it never really recovered. That kind of success, it brings unbelievable pressure. Pressure from record companies saying, hey, we want more of this. It's a formula. It's very hard to resist that. The pressure was to come up with a good second time round, and we did, but it alienated a certain amount of the real sort of progressive fans who could just about take Heat of the Moment, but they couldn't take Don't Cry. We'll be playing that tonight, but in a different way. We'll be playing it as it was written.
Hard times I had before you. I knew when I first saw you. You girl, you've always been mistreated and cheated. So leave it all behind you. It took so long to find you. I know that we can last forever, ever and more. What you want, but little darling, please don't cry. I knew I'd never doubt it. I was so sure about it. Don't think of all that's been before. Oh, oh, I'll hear you when you're calling. I'll catch you when you're falling. Don't worry, I will always be there like never before. But little darling, please don't cry. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, thank you. I never meant to be so bad to you. One thing I said that I would never do. I look from you and I would fall from grace, and I would wipe the smile right from my face. Do you remember when we used to dance, and incidents arose from circumstance? One thing led to another, we were young, and we would scream together songs unsung. Come on, say it. It was the heat of the moment, telling me what was happening. The heat of the moment showed me right. And now you find yourself in 82. Does it go hot for soul, not jump for you? You can't concern yourself with bigger things. You catch a pearl and ride the dragon's wings. Come on, say it was the heat of the moment, the heat of the moment, heat of the moment, showed in you right.
heat of the moment translated the band onto the big stage. The other thing that was great about that record was the album had legs. There were 6 radio hits from that album and 2 top 20 singles. The difference between Asia now and Asia then, we're under a lot more control of our own destiny, because in the early days the emphasis was on records. Touring was a byproduct, it's something you did to promote your album. Now it's the other way around. You use an album as a calling card to get on tour. That's the big difference. So now, with no emphasis on records, we have to be able to deliver live. At the end of the evening, you look out at a sea of faces who are smiling and everybody's clapping, and hopefully made people's lives a bit better. That's what keeps you going.
God bless you, see you soon. What